The monetary system is at the core of the economic system that we know today. Almost all transactions are based on exchange of money. So, what is money? When was it invented? And who invented money? The history of money is always fascinating and goes back thousands of years, from the early days of bartering to the first metal coins and eventually the first banknote that was printed in France in the 17th century. Money has always had an important impact on the way we function as a society. The future of money is evolving in real time as we're living in the internet era. The emergence of digital money and cryptocurrencies are transforming both our economy and how people view, understand, and transact money. It is impossible to talk about the future of money without first talking about Bitcoin and the technology in which it is built on, known as blockchain. In a research paper introducing the digital currency, Bitcoin is defined as a new electronic cash system that's fully peer-to-peer with no trusted third party. To enlighten us further on the future of money, we have invited two speakers today. Our first speaker is Ross Stevenson. Ross is the Community and Education Lead for LUNO Malaysia, where he oversees the education outreach programs in Malaysia to raise awareness and educate more people about crypto. Our second speaker is Andrew Shin, also known as BitAndrew in the cryptocurrency space. Andrew is the founder of Crypto Asia and NFT Valley that focus on cryptocurrency education and the launch of new NFT collections. He is an early crypto adopter and investor since 2017. At 2020, he started to be involved in the NFT and Metaverse industry. His 6x6 virtual land estate in Sandbox Metaverse is probably the largest plot owned by a Malaysian. So, let's take a glimpse of the future and discover more about the future of money. All right, I have here with me Andrew, who is an early crypto investor and an NFT collector. We're talking about blockchain, we're talking about cryptocurrency, we're talking about NFTs. Now, this is, I believe, the future of money, or at least some part of it. Perhaps you can enlighten us further on how it all began and how does it contribute to the future of money?
Thanks, Julie, for the introduction. Today, our topic is about the future of money. Firstly, we need to explore what is money.
That's right.
Throughout the centuries, a lot of people have different definition about money. For me, myself, I think money equals to labor times time. So how much labor we put in every day times time is equals to our value, or I would say is economic energy. So generally, there's 6 substance of money to be defined as good money, which is money should be a medium of the exchange. Means we can exchange anytime that we want.
It has to be agreed upon by everyone.
Yes, and it need to be a unit of account. Means each transaction that you spend is actually recorded.
And it must be measurable.
Yes.
Right.
Portable. It need to be easy to bring around. It need to be durable, not easily destroyed by anything. Divisible. Whatever things that you buy from me, for example, I can change the balance for you.
Of course, yeah.
And it need to be fungible. Your unit of money is same value as my unit of money. So I can exchange fairly.
And don't forget the store of value as well.
Yeah.
Because if 1 year from now, that coin that we use as a medium of transaction, it's worthless, it's gone, then there's no confidence in terms of that as a monetary, item or token or currency.
Throughout the years, human beings been looking for ways to sustain or to contain their economic energy, which they generate every day. So every day I work hard, and then I spend my time, to generate all this economic energy value. Where do I store to? And then how do I spend it?
That's right. So I guess with cryptocurrency, it sort of facilitate an ease of transfer, ease of transaction, because you don't have a middleman that you need to report to as well. There's good and bad in that.
If you compare the key difference between fiat money, or CBDC and cryptocurrency is cryptocurrency is open source system, and then fiat money and also digital currency is a closed system. If something is open source, then we do not need anyone to manage it. Reach a certain stage of like what we call decentralization. I would say crypto is a new tech which related to value storing and value transfer, which is built by the community, for the community, and used by the community. So first, we need to understand what is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an open source money in the internet.
Okay.
Simple as that. And then it is also a decentralized currency built on a layer of blockchain. It's maintained by all the miners across the world. Phase 2 is altcoins. We also call it as a programmable currency. For example, Ethereum, Cardano, VeChain, or Binance. There's more than 5,000 types of altcoins. Altcoins, number one is ecosystem. Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Polkadot. All this is considered ecosystem or infrastructure blockchain project. So altcoins type 2 is utility tokens. Utility tokens, probably you can deem it as a vote in the entire governance. It can be a ticket to perform action. It can be a verification of your digital identity. Okay, so the biggest use cases, which is phase 3. The first big use case is DeFi. DeFi is decentralized finance. What DeFi do is similar to the traditional finance. It is an open source ecosystem for you to earn your yield. You can lend your money and get interest. Also, you can borrow money from this open source protocol. So this is probably the biggest use case in the entire crypto space now, because finance is one of the biggest industry. So next is the more interesting one, which is NFT. NFT is called non-fungible token. Each token that you generate, which is represented by a layer of visual, or either it's a music, art, it's a character, or a game equipment. So that makes the difference. I generally think that NFT is the property in the crypto industry.
It's assets that you can own and sell and trade.
For example, this one, Sandbox. Each plot of the land, the small one, in 2020, it just cost around 0.1 Ethereum to 0.2 Ethereum. So now it is become around 3 Ethereum per small plot. So that is why I say it will increase the unit of Ethereum. Yeah.
That's right. So it's basically investing in assets that sort of like you have money rather than just leave it in your treasure box at home and yield nothing.
Yeah, but what I explained just now is generic for all the NFT, all type of NFT. But it need to add in one word, which is extremely risky. Because if you choose the wrong one, if you buy in 0.1 Ethereum, maybe it will drop to 0.01 Ethereum.
That's why a lot of people would deem it as gambling, because you never know, you know. It's not something that you can study and you be for sure.
We have a different criteria to rate whether this NFT project is good or bad. From the team, from their roadmap, from their entire direction, the art, there's different measurement to measure.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the example in NFT? Example 1 is virtual land. This picture is in Sandbox. That plot of land there is our land, which we place our logo there. And what's the use case of the land is once you own a plot of land, you can rent it, you can advertise on it, you can put a picture on it, and then you're able to build on it, build 3D building, build a township, and then you're able to trade NFT in it. You're able to host virtual events, organize virtual concerts. So
basically
that
like the real world, everything done in virtual reality.
Yes. At this stage, this Metaverse project still consider more related to like a game phase. So it still haven't implement to our everyday real life experience. To know there's two types of Metaverse. First type is centralized Metaverse, which is like Facebook, Microsoft, NVIDIA, all these, they have their own metaverse they're building, which is centralized, which means you cannot own anything in it. So all that I mentioned just now, like Sandbox, Decentraland,
They are decentralized metaverse.
They are decentralized metaverse, which each item that you own in it is truly owned by you, which is recorded in the blockchain.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, example number 2 is profile picture. Okay, profile picture is avatar. What you're seeing here, CryptoPunk is the most popular profile picture NFT lah, which when it launched is free to claim. And now is more than 50 to 100 Ethereum. And Bored Ape is actually already surpassed CryptoPunk in terms of value.
So these are the celebrities, is it? In the metaverse?
Yes, blue chip, what we call is blue chip.
See.
Why people like all this is because, like what I mentioned just now, generally the crypto community like memes, and then they would like to be anonymous. So rather than their own real faces, they like to use all these faces as their profile picture identity on the internet. So some, like all these considered blue chip project, is already raised to a status that if you own it, is like your social status. So number 3 is blockchain game. So blockchain game is definitely one of the most important milestone in, you know, the use case of the NFT. So means in future, the game that you play, that you spend all your time into, is actually help you to generate some income. Yeah. So Web3, which is the phase 4, is a decentralized ecosystem in the internet. It's a very interesting ecosystem which we still looking forward to whether it will succeed or not. Okay, phase 5, which is most of the physical asset or item in the world will be represented by a token. Means, let's say you have a $5 million of house. You are very hard to find a buyer to buy it, maybe. So you can tokenize your $5 million property into maybe 100 token, fractionalize and sell to 100 different people, and then they will own the house. Okay, I want to sell 1 out of 100 of this 5 million real estate. If you want to buy it, you just click buy. I probably upload into the NFT marketplace, and then you just click the button buy, and then my token, which represent 1 by 100 of that portion, will directly send to your wallet, and then you own it. That's it. Okay, what is the impact? Is for individual, it will be a learning curve, this new trend, unlearn and relearn something. For company, this technology might disrupt a lot of industry, so you need to prepare. Government is need to catch up. If not, it might be behind the trend curve. Opportunity. For individual, you can choose to be an early adopter to find out more about this space and then be an innovator. As a company, you can discover new business or new service in this industry. You can find a blue ocean market. Government who act fast probably can become a pioneer in a new industry. Yeah. The strategy is individual can reskill and upskill as soon as possible. Government need to identify the right talent and support them by funding, and then give them some media exposure and also maybe partner with them with some project. Last one is future trend in crypto. So I will see there's definitely more corporate adoption in the future, because banks started to allow their investor to invest through various ways. Okay, number 2 is mass market adoption, which is, I mentioned, the tokenized economy. It will come in maybe 3 to 5 years. Now the entire crypto market cap is around 2 trillion. So I foresee in the coming few years, it will go to 5 trillions in mid to short term. In the long term, it will be more than 10 trillions. So tokenization of physical assets, it depends on how's the innovation and development of the space. It might not become a reality, but we will see. Okay, number 6 is we will see more use case in the traditional commerce. All the innovators and coder programmers is looking to build on the layer of blockchain. So how they want to build it and what they want to build is depends on their creativity and how innovate they are. Yeah. So this is my personal prediction for the future trend in crypto.
That's right. All right, thank you so much for sharing with us so in depth about cryptocurrency and the future of money. And I think we're going to see more and more of this in due time. I think sooner rather than later at the speed of digital innovation. So thank you so much for sharing with us, and we'll call you back very shortly as well to have a more in-depth discussion with our other speaker on the future of money. All right, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Judy.
All right, welcome back everyone, and we're pleased to have Andrew and Ross with us together to dive in deeper about what the impact is on the future of money. Now, we've covered a lot about cryptocurrency. I believe both of you are avid supporters of cryptocurrency, and you believe that it is a huge proponent of the future of money.
Yep.
Am I right? So what does this mean for people? What does it mean for the large population out there who is watching this right now and they're thinking, what does that mean? The cash in my bank and the cash in my wallet may one day cease to exist? Is that what you're saying? That could be a possibility in the near future?
Yeah, I think it definitely is something we need to consider, especially as countries and governments explore things like CBDCs, right? They want to take physical cash and convert it digitally. I'll give you a simple example. Many years ago, if you want to listen to music, you need to burn a CD, right?
Yeah.
20 songs maximum. Nowadays, if you want to listen to music, where do we go? Spotify. Everything is digital. And as we explore the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain and these developments in the world of finance, I believe it's definitely quite a possibility that one day we won't even have cash anymore. Yeah.
That's right. There are some shops that would rather not have any physicality, so no cash transaction as well, due to cleanliness and safety precautions of customers as well. What do you think, Andrew? Do you think we are headed towards a cashless society?
I can see that fully digital, no cash, and cryptocurrency probably will play a small part of it, and depends on the regulation and how open each country and government and the banking system is towards this new technology.
So you're saying cryptocurrency is just a small part of it?
As you can see, the overall population, I think less than 5% people is really active in crypto.
I mean, for now.
Yeah,
for now.
But it's growing tremendously, right?
it
If
is
you talk
growing.
about 10 years ago, I mean,
Exactly.
now
Nobody
it's
was talking about
multifold. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you think the future of money involves just cryptocurrency, CBDC as well, perhaps fiat money, stable coins?
Definitely.
So it's a pool of combination of all of this, you believe?
Definitely, there's evolution of money is going on. One is a centralized new digital money, and the other one is decentralized, which is leading by Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So you give them a choice to choose.
I think to add on to his answer, what we're looking for is real life use case. If cryptocurrency is not useful in real life, people are not going to use it. But I think as more adoption grows, as we see more real life use cases, more impact in the real world, I think more and more people will slowly start coming into the space and using cryptocurrency for daily life.
I guess one of the major issues that people always talk about when it comes to cryptocurrency is security as well. Security, volatility of cryptocurrency.
In terms of volatility, you can simply use stablecoin. Then your money is always pegged 1-to-1 to US dollar, and to avoid the volatility.
Okay. Then how about crypto then? When do we use that? Because it's always volatile.
If I could just add just a little bit to what Andrew is saying, I think so Bitcoin is still in its infancy. I think it's only been around about 14 years or so, right? Give or take. And because it's still a very small market in comparison to the global financial market, think of Bitcoin, the whole market capitalization of Bitcoin, as a small puddle of water. If you step your foot into a small puddle of water, the water splash everywhere. Very volatile. Not a suitable use for a medium of exchange at the moment for most people. As more people come into it, they're pouring liquidity into the market. The swimming pool become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. One day, maybe it will be as big as the ocean. Even if a whale jump into the ocean and it creates a big splash, but people on the boat, they're not affected by it. So I look at it that way. Currently, to build on what Andrew said, most people, especially in Malaysia, treat cryptocurrency as an investment. So we look at it sort of like as a form of digital gold, which is another word for Bitcoin, right?
So it's more for investment purposes rather than the future of money where we see it in day-to-day transactions?
Yeah. According to what he said, I was always like to use this term, which I explained to my friends. The essence of peer-to-peer electronic cash system is built into the protocol already. So I would say that is already not yet status. Means it's already have that capability, but not yet reached to the stage of peer-to-peer cash yet, because each transaction is still quite expensive for Bitcoin. But over the years, coming with the layer 2 solution, I think the transaction fee will become much lower.
Lower, yeah.
Okay. Very good. I mean, that definitely addresses one of the issues. It's also interesting, Andrew, because earlier on your presentation, it seems that you were more in favor of the origins of the objective of cryptocurrency, which is a completely decentralized system. You do without the middleman, and it's peer-to-peer. And the complete governance would be borne by the user itself. So what do you think about this, that banks are coming into play to sort of, inch their way into the crypto world?
That's the origin motive of the whole crypto movement, and to provide alternative for the user. But I believe the people who will be coming to join the crypto space will be more than the people that know the origin motive. So they won't care about decentralization. They won't care about how does it works, Although the whole community actually is originated by a coder, programmer, and also libertarians.
Yeah, they wanted to free us from the shackles of centralization. I don't think people should take either view to the extreme, right? Centralization has its advantages and disadvantages. Same for decentralization. Let's take the best of both worlds, right? The benefits of centralization, for example. I work at a place called LUNO. If you forget your username, your password, we can help reset for you. If you're owning a decentralized wallet, like a hardware wallet, and you forget your seed phrase,
that's it.
It's gone. And it's common. It happens regularly, and people are, have millions of dollars of worth, right? So again, both sides got their advantages and disadvantages.
That's right.
I look forward to a nice marrying of the advantages of best of both worlds, as they say, as the future of money.
That's right. So that's one of the challenges as well. And I think the inequality as well to accessibility of the crypto world due to the inequality in digital access.
Actually, cryptocurrency do cover some part of the population that probably bank could not reach. That kind of people, we call it the unbanked.
Unbanked, exactly.
They are not eligible for the banking system, unfortunately, due to their probably country or sanction. Then they can have an alternative to choose cryptocurrency to store and transfer their value.
Okay, I guess that can be one of the advantages also to serve the underserved, perhaps those who are unbanked. Right. So let's talk about some of the advantages, and what do you think is the main aspect that would make cryptocurrency usable and ideal as the future of money?
One of the things I really like about cryptocurrency, especially when it's used as payment, is its borderless nature. Cryptocurrency doesn't care which country you're in, where your geopolitical position is, or whatever in the world. As long as you got internet, I can send it to you, you can send it to me.
But, that brings up a question in my mind. If there is nobody regulating, how would you know, since you don't know this person, how would you know whether you received the goods or not?
But I do believe in future they will have a lot of programmers or coders will be innovate to build a crypto marketplace for people to sell things. And then the platform would be managed by a autonomous smart contract system to ensure you get your product.
Yep.
And then act as like an escrow. Once you receive the product, then only they will release the money
to you.
to the to
In
the
fact,
person.
I hear there are e-commerce websites coming out where you can trade, buy, sell items completely in cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And in your experience, what do you think is the fundamental points that make cryptocurrency a possible money of the future? What got you started into it?
We looking for what we call financial sovereignty, means what we honestly earn, which is belongs to our own hard-earned money, should be allowed to spend any time that we want, any amount that we want, and send to anywhere, to whoever we want at any time, without permission, without the approval from a third party. That's probably one of the essence of the cryptocurrency space, because in the first sentence of the Bitcoin white paper is Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash, which can transfer to anyone without a financial institution.
Correct.
So that's the definition. That's the fact. And I'm not saying that this should be the way that we should go to, but that's the statement in the first sentence in the white paper.
Yeah. Do you think that in Malaysia we will see in the foreseeable future corporations adopting cryptocurrency in their transactions? Perhaps we can buy a home with cryptocurrency, day-to-day transactions. Are we going to see that?
What do you think, Andrew?
In terms of industry player, I believe it separate to two different parts. One is the corporate. Corporate, definitely they need time to learn more about this space, and then they need to get the approval or the agreement from their board of directors in order to allow the crypto payment for their purchases for the customer.
Yeah.
As for the normal retailers, it actually is up to them. So if they accept crypto payment, they just register a wallet and then put a barcode there for them to scan to pay. That's it. The corporate more adopting the branding awareness through NFT. They would like to build their own NFT collection.
Correct.
Or go into buy a virtual land in Sandbox or Decentraland somewhere to have some brand exposure there. Yes.
And it's a huge community as well.
Yeah, the NFT space is growing, because it's something that's a lot easier for people to jump into, right?
Yeah.
It makes companies, I think, look cool and hipster, like, wow, this company is in the metaverse, or this company is embracing this world of NFTs and crypto. And, I definitely will see more companies exploring those routes, right? How can they relate to their customers better?
Any last words out there, perhaps for people who are sort of still skeptical or unsure? Where should I start? What is NFT? And just when they are going to learn about NFT, something new comes up.
If you're still unsure, I would advise you to just dip your toes in the water. Remember, like I said, it's like a swimming pool that's growing bigger and bigger every day. If you don't want to jump in, you don't want to dive in, you're a bit scared, it's okay, don't have to dive in. Just dip your toes in the water. I always tell people, who say, oh, Bitcoin is so expensive, how to buy? I said, okay, do you have 100 ringgit? No, I don't have. Do you have 10 ringgit? No, I don't have. Are you willing to spend just 1 ringgit? And they're like, 1 ringgit? I'm like, yeah, on LUNO, you can buy Bitcoin for as low as 1 ringgit. Dip your toes in the water. You have a bit of skin in the game, as they say. That's when slowly your worldview starts changing.
How about you? Any last words? Any parting advice from your expert knowledge as an avid crypto investor, an NFT collector as well?
I can say that Malaysia as a country is doing pretty well, as they are on the neutral ground, that they're not banning it, but they allow people to freely invest in it. So in this, I think Malaysia as a country is doing pretty well. So as for the individual, I would say that in the coming 10 to 20 years, the money will become fully digital, most probably. And you need to ready for that, including the tokenized economy that I mentioned just now. Knowledge in the crypto space will become a necessity to know in the future. And for businesses, if you explore more, you might able to build innovative business in it and open an entire new blue ocean market.
That's right. Well, very sound advice from both of you. Thank you so much, both
pleasure.
Ross and
Thank you.
Andrew as well, for sharing with us your passion and expertise in terms of digital currency, cryptocurrency. And I think the audiences have gained a lot in terms of preparing themselves and having a glimpse of the future of money, which is coming, I believe, sooner rather than later. It's happening right now.
Yeah.
And we'll see more and more of cryptocurrency, I believe, being accepted in a more widespread manner too. And I truly hope that you've enjoyed yourself. Stay tuned as we look forward to see you at our next episode. Stay safe.